Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be making a fire pit for our new home. Check it out.
Alright, so this video is going to start off at our local Lowe's home improvement store. We're going to make our way over to the concrete aisle where we're going to look for some 8x8x16 cinder blocks. So these are your standard cinder blocks that you use for home construction, and we're going to go ahead and pick out 24 of these. After we picked out our cinder blocks, we're going to pick out some 2x8x16 inch cinder block caps. So we're only going to need 12 of these caps, but I ended up getting 2 extra just in case I break some. The cinder blocks came in at $122 a piece, and the caps came in at $188 a piece. Here's a helpful tip. If you're going to do this same project, just go ahead and ask one of the employees to get the forklift. They will be more than happy to bring the pallet of blocks out to your truck, so you don't have to load every single one by hand onto the cart and then back off the cart into the truck like I did. We've got all of our blocks loaded up and we're gonna head to the house. Back at the house, as you can see, we've got this big, beautiful backyard, and we've been wanting a nice fireplace outside of our back porch where everybody can just gather around and enjoy a nice bonfire. We found a low spot here just outside of our brand new sod, so we decided that this is gonna be the spot that we build the fire pit. So the first thing I did was get out some stakes, and I realized I needed a helper. So I went up to the house and I got my beautiful wife to come out and give me a hand. Next, we got our 4 stakes and we started staking out the dimensions of the new fire pit. Once we got our 4 stakes in place, we used some shovels and we began breaking up the ground. We wanted to get all of the clumps of grass out of the way, so all that was left was some good fresh dirt so that I can level the ground. Knowing that I was going to be on the ground, I went and got a piece of carpet so I can sit on to protect my knees as well as my jeans. I began working my way around the perimeter of the fire pit, and I was just leveling all the dirt as best as I could. Now that the dirt's level, I grabbed my first cinder block and I begin making the fire pit. So for this first cinder block, I knew that it needed to be extremely level. So I spent quite a bit of time leveling that area and making sure that block was level in all directions. Once I got that block leveled, I moved on to the next spot and started breaking up the dirt, getting it ready for the next block. Once I got that second block down, I got it nice and level in relation to the first block and moved on to the third block. This is a boring and tedious process, but it's very important to get this first row of blocks level, or else it'll mess up all the blocks that go up above them. After I got the third block leveled with the 2 other blocks, I started to get faster and faster at this process. So I continued working my way around the entire perimeter of the fire pit, leveling every single block in relation to the other blocks. I needed them all to be the exact same height and perfectly level in relation with each other. I couldn't be more thankful to have my happy little helper there with me, bringing me tools and just overseeing the entire project. It was nice to have her there to help me do this. Now that I've got the entire fire pit base completely level and complete, it's time to start stacking our second row of blocks. This is pretty simple. You just work your way around the perimeter, making sure that the blocks are even with the outside of the bottom row of blocks. Now that we have that complete, we're going to move on to the cinder block caps. I got to break out my DeWalt grinder and grind a little bump off of the top of one of the cinder blocks so that the caps can sit flush. I work my way around the perimeter, just matching the caps with the cinder blocks, and it's turning out really good. Once I finished putting on all the caps, with the help of my wife, we raked all the loose dirt and debris around the fireplace, and she helped me pack it down, just making it nice and presentable. Now that we have all the dirt and debris packed down, I'm going to break out a tape measure and act like I'm making some measurements and that I know what I'm doing, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with the results. The outside dimensions of the fire pit ended up being 56 inches on each side, and the interior dimensions of the fire pit ended up being 40 inches on each side. We used a total of 24 cinder blocks and 12 cinder block caps. The total cost for this entire project was just under $58. If you're trying to make a cheap fire pit at your house, I hope this gives you an idea on how to do it.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out. And we'll see you next time.